Welcome to the Public Nuisance Podcast, coming to you from Killen Studios, where you can get all your content done from photo shoots to podcasts. Today we have John Garrity.
What's happening?
Thanks for coming in, fella, on a very busy schedule. Busy time of year.
Crazy time of year. I think we're a week out now from Christmas, are we, or less?
Less than a week.
Oh,
scary. It's crazy how quick it creeps up. I can remember it was summer not too long
ago. I know. All the
concerts
and festivals happening. Now we're
fucking hopped up. And
it's pissing rain out there.
Sore throats,
clogged up, trying to declog.
It must be hard this time of year, especially like being clogged up, because you're very prone to pick up colds, especially this time of year.
Funny enough, it's something that I never really get.
See, you must have a strong immune system just from being...
And that's even back at the start. Now, whenever I started out, I used to lose the voice fast.
Yeah.
And over time, it's just got stronger and stronger.
I remember, I used to always think, see, whenever I would have went to a bar, I love, walking out and watching, live music, someone good singing, it's like yourself out, and I'm that's me in my element.
Yeah.
And I used to go, fuck. I used to think people who were singing or gigging in a bar were drinking, boozing. People probably do, but I'm just realising, now that you say it, you fucking probably couldn't, because that's your tools. You can't go out drinking all the time, be dehydrated and fucking, because you actually need to look after yourself.
I know. I'll come here, and I suppose, do you see when I was starting out, that buzz was brand new, and that's why I was losing it then.
Yeah.
I was like, geez, this is crazy.
Yeah.
The views and stuff online, and then
you get a wee bit of hype about you, and you're like, you're the man. You're loving it.
No, I don't want. I go out and I'm like, let's
just get home and chill.
Go to the Spaniard and get loads of dark and stormies and.
100%. Because it's like me. If I they're my tools, but for tools. But that's literally your voice is your fucking.
The
your
voice
bread and
is
butter.
the main thing.
You know what I mean?
And come here. Don't get me wrong. There's been many's a mad night, even whenever there's something big happening, if I feel like I want to go out or do something and enjoy myself, I'll do it. We've all been there,
No doubt about it. And then in terms of gigging and busking, what would you prefer to do?
Oh, the freedom is in the busking.
Is it?
Because you can go anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in this fucking...
You can, if you want to travel and enjoy it, you can go anywhere with the busking. But it's not only that, whenever you're in a bar, you have a certain amount that you want to give when you're on the street. If you're not really feeling it or you want to go home,
you can just go.
You can switch it off and go.
Let's go.
When you're in the bar and you're working for somebody, you're trying to give them everything because they deserve everything, because they're paying you what they've arranged with you, and come here, they're both great, and they're both, I'm blessed to be able to do both and enjoy it, but the busking's just nice, if, there's been many times where there's been the slightest drizzle of rain and my mate walks past and he's going to Bittles for a pint and I'll be away with him.
Let's go.
Doesn't bother me, it's just...
That's good about the freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You're going, fuck it, I'm
and,
for a pint.
it's even, it's just... if you're waking up that morning you don't want to do it, you can just, but whenever you have a booking, I am loyal sound to people that pre-book me and
do you think the busking's more for promotion?
It is, and it's nice because the CDs and the albums and stuff, people still say, oh, CDs are a thing of the past. Not where I'm standing. It's crazy, but we do.
Belfast is stuck in the 80s.
I'm looking. No,
CDs only coming out.
I'm looking big time at the transition now till change.
Do you write your own music?
No.
All. Have you ever tried to write your own music?
I'll come here and there's stuff there, but I find it too you're telling someone what's inside your head.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing,
You're emotionally attached to it. It's
then
it's opening up.
Yeah, if we're at a wedding or something and there's a guitar going around at the after party, I'll make up a song about the bride and groom like that.
Yeah.
Make up funny, stupid, silly songs.
Yeah.
And then there's other times that I can write stuff and it's people be emotional.
Yeah, it's deep shit.
Country
music's like that, isn't it? Almost it's very deep.
But if someone played that back to me the next day, I'd be like, oh, turn that off.
Oh, you'd be cringing.
My father is the worst for this. He will play back videos through a speaker in the house. he's sitting listening to a cover that I've maybe done that he thinks is good. And he'll be playing it through the system in the house. And I'm like, oh, when you turn that off.
Oh, you're just...
Because I just don't want to...
Yeah.
And it's... I don't know what it is. It could sound...
Sometimes when I'm watching back on these podcasts, I'm like, turn that off, the fuck.
It's just like, the way it is. I think it's just something in your
It's
own
just
head.
you. I think the more you get... Obviously, the more you get used to stuff like that. Because a lot of singers, like proper famous singers, don't write their own music.
Yeah.
They get handed music, do you know what I mean? And they just sing it. But like even for me sitting here, some stuff I say, I'm like, oh fuck, what did I say? Just turn it off, and I just switch off. But I suppose it's just something you maybe need to get used to. That's who you are and accept that that's who you are. But like you say, it can be embarrassing opening up, and it's like it's almost like therapy. Like you're going to the therapist and telling them everything and opening up. But at least only one person knows.
I know.
You know what I mean?
You're putting it out there to everyone, and I think, like I heard a songwriter talk one time and saying, especially co-writing is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because you're bearing everything, you know. But I'm not. Come here.
Is your father? Is he involved in music?
No,
before,
he's just mad about it.
He just loves it.
He wanted this more than I did. I think.
Yeah.
From day one, we went like, I was young when we went to Nashville, and I think that influenced me a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and he always kind of pushed for everything, you know.
Because a lot of, I love music, like love it, but I haven't got a single note in my head, nor will I ever have a single note in my head. But I don't care.
But I'm sure you listen to plenty with Dervla in the house.
I love it. Like one thing that we found in common was music. Whenever we met, which was she was very shocked about, because we literally come from two different worlds. Like we're both from West Belfast, but she just had absolutely a completely different upbringing than what I had. I obviously lived in Turf Lodge, she lived in Glen Road, and she was like in the drama school, and I was just a wee rogue on about the road who ended up good at boxing. And like when we met each other, loads of her friends would know me because of the Irish language, and I didn't even know who Dervla was, but she was like, loads of, like, they can't believe that we're like, how does that even happen? Like, how do you even meet each other? And I was like, well, we do actually have loads in common, like the music thing. And I'm very sorry to interrupt this show to tell you about my fantastic haircut from JFH Social, where you can get your haircut, you can book in online. They have 4 shops, well 3, 4th pending, from the Lisburn Road, Ormo Road, Newcastle, County Down, and the 4th coming to the Dadney's Complex on Finity Road. Also, we'll not forget that praise guy who support communities all over the north of Ireland and handing out fantastic prizes, millions and millions of pounds worth of prizes to be won. Check out their Instagram and their socials and get yourself in the mix to win some big loot.
That'll be pretty similar to myself and Lana. You know, when she never gigged before she met me. And then during COVID, like, we were sitting...
It's mad, isn't it?
When Alana was very into sports, and she's very into her work, what she does. Like, she works with Deal Farm, and she works at hair extensions and stuff. But music was something that she'd never dreamt, you know, of getting into. She was always very, very talented in singing and stuff. And then during COVID, I used to go live on Facebook. People be like, get Alana to sing a song. And Alana started singing, and then started getting followers, and then she's gigging away too. But come here, it's every relationship's different, like, you know, and it's what makes ours, you know, because we're so much in love with music. She's away gigging, I'm away gigging, and it kind of it works well, you know.
Works well, and I suppose like it's in there enough half criticise each other.
Oh,
because you're in the same industry, you can sort of like. It's obviously constructive criticism. It's like the help.
But it goes well too.
I can't tell Dervla, I need to change this or change that. She'll tell me to fuck off. You haven't a clue. It's like her coming up to me and telling me what to do in boxing, you know what I mean? But it's good to have that. Like, is there almost like looking out for each other in a good way?
100%. And there's always, come here, the bars always are very good to us as well. You know, we try and do similar kind of venues, and I don't do as many venues now as I used to. It's more the weddings and private work and stuff, and I still have my wee regular slots that I do, like, you know. But It's nice to go and do weddings and do them really important moments in people's lives.
Because it's a big selection for like obviously when me and Dermot were getting married, it was like one of the main things was like, who do we get? Because it's a big decision to make, like for any bride and groom to make a decision on the music, because that's your whole entertainment for the night. You have to pick it out. You have to be
and you never know who's going to be at the weddings.
You never know.
Like I done a wedding. It was on my social media a couple of maybe 2 months ago, and I'd missed the songs done, and this guy came over to me and he was like, "You're fantastic. Did you get to meet Dermot yet?" I goes, who's Dermot? He says, "Dermot Kennedy." I goes, "Dermot Kennedy's not here." He says, "He is.
Fucking brilliant.
He's gonna marry my daughter."
Fucking hell, that's insane.
I goes, "What?" He says, Dermot is my daughter's partner, and he's here.
Fucking brilliant.
And I'm gonna bring you over.
It's probably better that you didn't know he was there.
Didn't know he was there. He had just done Theo Vaughan's podcast in Nashville.
Unreal.
And came over when it was finished, and we chatted for like 20 minutes as the guest was walking from the drinks reception into the main room. He stood and chatted to me for ages about Nashville. I've been to Nashville so many times, and he was just chatting about different artists that we know in common, friends of ours that we both know, and shows that he's done.
A small world, and it's like, fuck me, unreal.
And he was sitting listening, like, and
enjoying it. And
I was like mind blown.
Yeah.
But like, it's just weddings. There's something about weddings, and I've done some really like I done John Kavanagh's wedding.
Yeah.
Coach Kavanagh, and he's like, that was really special gig that I done. Like, so few people at his wedding, but it was just so powerful.
He's a very, like, he's a purist in whatever he does, isn't he? I've met him a few times, met his wife too.
And so humble.
Just the purest, they're just the purest of what they do, and they're just, like, they want, the way I see it is like they're almost like perfectionists. Oh, you know what I mean? So
that was just, and his wife, Orla, like, they were just really, really good people. His wedding was so far in the south of Ireland. It was crazy, but it was just, everything about it was perfect. You know,
we went to Dingle. I see driving there. Jesus, it was like, we got the Dingle, and I said to Dervla, we could have went to fucking New York.
But you know, exactly.
See when I got there, now that I've come home.
Yeah.
I said to her, we need to go to Dingle every Easter.
It felt good. It felt good that you'd done it.
Fucking
it's
unreal.
Mad, like.
And now the whole drive thing's over me. I'm like, I want to go back again.
Like, we like, and you know, in that journey in America, that's nothing.
Oh, nothing. People drive to work like that. People do have to go to work.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
Alana's uncle is in Florida, and he drives from one side of Florida in the same state, and it's a similar distance.
That's insane, isn't it? Like,
and he does it twice a week.
That's mad. And they just do that, no problem, and they're just driving.
That's like, and I drove from Vegas down to Los Angeles, and I was like, this is insane, the drive.
Crazy distance.
It's nothing over there, like
because we're so small and so close together. We feel like we have everything on our doorstep. You know what I mean? Even like driving up. When I was saying to you, where the studio was, I was like, it's 25. It's only just past me. I was kind of trying to narrow it down. But that's fuck all anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Oh, nothing.
Even if you were to drive into a city, you're still gonna have to sit in traffic anyway for like 20 minutes to get a parking spot and all. So it actually works out alright. But the way it's instilled in our brain is everything's so far away. But 100%.
What about you? What about the boxing? I want to ask you a few questions today. What about New York?
New York, fucking
experience wise,
unbelievable. But like, obviously the biggest show that I've ever boxed on in terms of like, I think it's probably one of the biggest shows any Irish fighters box on almost nearly, because Ryan Garcia and Davin Haney are just two global superstars. Like Ryan Garcia has 11.5 million followers or something on Instagram.
Did you find it intimidating?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. People were all like, Pete was checking in with me often, my coach, and he was like, how you feeling? And I was like, fuck all. Like, Mike Tyson was there, ringside, and I was like, they're here to watch me. That was just my attitude. I didn't care. I'm here to do a job, and obviously the odds were stacked against me. I think I was 5-1 or something to win, but I knew I was going to win. I told everyone to back me, even though I didn't win, but I told everyone to back me, and I should have won, but
and do you think there's a level of corruption in boxing no matter where it is in the world?
It's corrupt right through every level. Like.
Even with a lot of stuff moving out of Saudi, do you think that's still going to transition over there?
I'd say I think Saudi's doing a great job in terms of like they've got all the money, they've got all the power, and they've got all the promoters working together. Something that's never really happened. Like Eddie Hearn would never work with Frank Warren.
Yeah.
Very, very rarely. He would have been fucking arguing over who's getting the rights to his show and who's getting the TV rights, and it was just stuff never happened. So the best never fought the best. I think with Saudi coming in and Turkey Al Sheikh giving the best fights, like Fury fighting Usyk, that's something we would probably have never seen before. The fact that we haven't seen Fury fight Joshua in their primes goes to show you that, like, if Turkey Al Sheikh had come in 5-6 years ago, they'd have fought him, definitely, by now. Because the money's too good. He takes all the politics out of it and just makes it one stage that everyone's boxing on, and he's doing good for boxing, but I just hope that's the way boxing grows now.
Yeah.
And he's sort of half getting rid of the YouTubers because he's not giving, like, the Jake Paul and stuff a platform to box on.
He does. I don't think they deserve it though.
I
know. And come here, a lot of people say I'm wrong saying that, but there's just something that's not right there.
It's not right.
I think there's a bit of doubt in everybody.
Yeah.
You know, is it now? You know, is it safe to put a bet on these guys because there's so much?
It's corrupt, almost corrupt. Like, I remember, like, one of the fights, he was fighting like a UFC fighter, an actual UFC fighter, and he threw a punch, and it's like he dropped, and everyone was saying it was staged. You wouldn't even know. You don't know, because they're that powerful in terms of money, and like the money that them boys are generating is insane. I think got like 70 million to fight Mike Tyson.
Mental.
Like, people were going, Mike Tyson's going to beat him. I was going, what is wrong with you? Mike Tyson can't even walk. He's fucking 60 years of age. Relax.
It was mental, like.
So, but there is an element to what they bring to the table is good. I think they're giving people a platform, like Katie Taylor boxed on that show, massive platform, biggest payday Katie's career ever. Like, so whereas they do bring new eyes to the sport, which is good, but I think it just need to separate from, like, and then him calling out Canelo. Why do people even bait that? Just brush it off, move on. Do you know what I mean? That's where people get involved emotionally and go like, why? I hate YouTube boxing because they're calling out Canelo and they're calling out fucking all the big names. That's what they're doing. That's why they're YouTubers, because they're good at getting views, they're good at getting clickbait, they're good at getting people watching.
It's working, like.
It's working, a treat. And
like Netflix showing that was like massive.
Massive. And they've done the most numbers ever in any fight ever. Floyd Mayweather fought Pacquiao, smoked it.
But how do you really know the number? The view numbers, I know that have that, but how do they actually know what money has been generated?
I know. I don't know in terms of that. I think because the subscription, if it's pay-per-view, there's a subscription to it, so people have to subscribe. They count all numbers at the end of it and just see how much.
It's mad. Can you see that happening? That Netflix going down that route?
Well, the money they made off that one fight alone, like, yeah, definitely. They'll probably end up having a contract with Jake Paul or something like that for his next 3 or 4 fights, and then he'll get paid like multi millions for it, and then obviously every time he fights, people, they're going to generate more anyway because people subscribe for the month. Do you know what I mean? And then what happens when you subscribe to YouTube, you never really can, or not YouTube, Netflix, you never cancel that anyway.
Yeah.
You're never going to cancel it. You just let it rip. Like I have a dodgy box, right? I have a dodgy box. One team my door going up the hall here. So I'm up for a fucking not a door. We have a dodgy box, right? But I pay for Disney Plus. It's like $11.99 a month. Netflix, I think that's like £15 a month. And Paramount Plus.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, that's like fucking, you're paying like near £60 a month, plus you have a dodgy stick where you can watch all that on for free.
I think I've got all 3, but I only pay for one of them. I'm on everyone else's account.
I just like, give me your details. I think everyone else is on mine, fuck's sake. I'm not getting the benefit from it,
But even going back to New York, right? So whenever you arrived, like, was everything pre-planned? You had obviously a place to train, you had an area, or had you all that pre-done, or what way did that work for you?
When I was finished camp, I just flew out. It was basically just the tapering part, so weight loss basically. So I go to New York, and then you've got a place to train, you've got your hotel, you've got someone picking you up in the airport, you have a chauffeur driving you around New York. It's cool, like, because I had the big chauffeur driving like a Chevrolet or something like that, or Suburban or something like that, and I had the Ravel tunes on, and he was like, "Is this Irish music?" I was like, "This is Irish music," and he was loving it. And he was like, it's deep and all this shit. And it was good. We're just flying around New York. So if I needed to go anywhere, I would just go to the Emmons at reception and just say, I need to go to fucking 53rd Street.
Unreal.
And then it just drove me up. But yeah, it was
but
good.
the feeling of being there and
good.
being there to do a job
it was just because you still had to stay focused and switched on. It's very easy to go to New York and go, I'm in New York and fucking...
and lose it.
Yeah, and you just lose focus completely of what you're actually there to do, you know what I mean? Like, people can go out, go shopping and do all this. I'm just there to be, like, to do a fucking job. And it's hard to keep that discipline. There has to be a firm balance. You can't just go, like, I've made it. I feel like a lot of Irish fighters have got an opportunity to fight on a big stage and they've sort of crumbled. Where, like, they're like, oh, I knew I belonged there. You know what I mean? I knew I'm going to win this. Like, I've told everyone to back me, which I never, ever do. But in that fight, I was like, you're never going to get me a 5-1 ever again. Like, so do it. And a few of my mates lumped on it, like, but I was like, I'm definitely going to win here, like. And then at the show itself, now I feel like it was a wee bit of a circus with the two big names because Ryan Garcia was just fucking about the whole time. Obviously, the people thought his head was away, and he was fucking, which he played it well. He played it well because obviously it worked in the end. But loads of people, like, we were weighing in. Everyone had to weigh in. We're all starving, and Ryan Garcia didn't show up for like an hour, so the weigh-in couldn't go ahead until he starts. So he's an hour late for his weigh-in. We're all waiting around, starving, just can't wait to eat and weigh in and eat and drink. And he didn't show up for an hour until like an hour later.
I would be going mental.
Fuck me. So then he shows up, and they were calling us in order of the bill. So they were top of the bill, and I was co-main event. So I was right after him. So we're all standing next to each other, and we're the same weight. And they're like. They're like, the are like two midgets, do you know what I mean? They look big and they look massive on TV, but I was standing beside Ryan Garcia and I was like, fucking, and like, cause at that stage I was hating him because he was late for an hour first day and I was starving. I was like, fuck. And then we get up and he weighed in £3 over. So then to stop the whole rest of us weighing in, they were like, right, what are we doing here? You've got like an hour to lose £3. He's like, nah, fuck it, just pay the man 50. He made a bet with Davin Henny that if he doesn't make weight, he'll pay him 50 grand for every pound over he is. So he made a bet and he said, just fucking pay the money, I'm not weighing in. I'll just weigh in £3 over. So then the whole fucking show was all up in the air. Because it was meant to be a world title fight. But now he didn't make the world title limit, so it's no longer a world title fight. And he just paid the 150 grand to Davin Henny, which is fucking crazy money, but he doesn't care. He's a multi-millionaire. Like, he was getting 30 million for a fight, do you know what I mean? And I was like, it was just a circus, to be honest with you, behind the scenes. And then we had to do a public weigh-in, so we were allowed to eat then once we weighed in. We had to do a public weigh-in. He fucks off this hotel, and the whole public weigh-in's on stall until he gets back, which is like an hour through traffic. I was like, why I was like, I ain't going. And the chauffeurs wouldn't bring me back up to the hotel because they were waiting on him coming. So it was just a fucking shit show.
I would be losing it. Like.
And then obviously when you get the arena, it was like 17,000 people are completely sold out. And
but do you think the weigh-in scenario was to try and get into your head, or was he just?
I think he was just trying to get into Davin Henny's head. Cause he played the whole week, the whole fight. He was getting on like he was nuts and all. And he was singing and doing all mad, stupid stuff. Saying I'm smoking weed. That's all I'm doing. I'm smoking weed, and then he ended up fucking he battered Davin Henny.
And come here, would you ever like to get back to New York again to do that, or is
100%. I wanted a rematch. To like obviously they won't give me it. They won't give me a rematch. Simple as that. But I would love to, even if I have to go back to New York. I would like. Obviously it was corrupt decision. I fucking won hands down, but I would love to go back and just fucking right the wrong. You know what I mean? And if the opportunity comes, I'll be away to fuck, because it was a good special experience in my life. Like, you know what I mean? Just to be on that billboards and be at that fucking top level in New York City, like. And you've Tyson sitting ringside, you've fucking Robbers, 21 Savage sitting ringside, all these people, and it was a brilliant experience for me. Like, no, obviously, you say not many people get that opportunity, so time. It was brilliant. But if we go over next time, I'll get you over Busking.
100%.
I'll get you over Busking and the New
Get
York
me
City.
over there.
New
York's
Get me
over
nuts. See New York City, it's just fucking insane. People, I always think Belfast is nuts. It is nuts. But New York's fucking
It's the subways and
different,
stuff
really,
over
like,
there
just
is where
insane.
the raw talent of music is in the subways there. Like.
Yeah, you always hear it walking through, and even on the subways themselves, you hear people just go on the subway and they start just open up singing.
That's how a lot of people get discovered. Like.
Yeah, it's fucking.
And you never know who's going to show up. Like, and that's in Busking anywhere. You know, you never know who's going to walk up to you in the street.
I know
like
that happened to you, remember?
You're like so many people. David
Gray, that was a cracker. That one was
who else came up? Brett Young and his brother walked past.
Do you specifically go out knowing he's playing that week?
Oh yeah.
Because it's obviously, say like we went to that show. So say like there's 10,000 people going to watch David Gray. So that's 10,000 people that want to hear his music that week.
Oh yeah.
So it brings more traction to you while you busk in the street, and then obviously it brings
That's
David Gray to you.
That's how you're supposed to do it. But a lot of people just go out and sing whatever they want, and there is days that I do that too. But no matter what style of music, I'll be covering it. Like Blackberry Smoke, which is southern rock band who I seen in Nashville years ago, became massive. Played the Telegraph building recently. I sang their stuff. They came up to me. Brett Young. There's been so many, like, you know, but I was on yesterday and it was just randomly busking, and I've been following the Kneecap story.
Yeah.
And your boy DJ Pro.
I seen a photo of him,
and I was like, that's class. He came up and I was like, I know you. Where do I know you from? And I couldn't put my name on it, like. And he was like, he says Kneecap. Says you're right.
JJ, he's flying as well, like there.
And he was so fucking civil. He stayed and chatted and bought a couple of albums.
Fucking brilliant. See, that's good support, like, isn't it? Like, just why not? Like, why not?
And he was like, we're in the Odyssey on Saturday night and stuff.
Oh, I ain't going to it.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to it. I'm gonna go and watch it. See, they went to school with me, Nisha and stuff went to school with me, so I would know women's, like, on a personal level, they're fucking good lads, like, and like I said, if like their manager is obviously fucking amazing because the way he's just directed their career, and like Irish language, like it's grown, it's massive, but they've just made it like an international known thing now, massive. Like,
do you speak any?
I mean,
I know Dermot is fluent.
My child speaks it as well.
Really?
So we speak it right. We would speak in the house to the child in Irish, like,
Brilliant.
so it's good to have like I had to take him to Funky Monkeys or one of them we like Rowan Explorer with his school today, and I'm just able to walk around and engage with all his teachers and talk and in Irish, like, fully.
Really?
So it's good to have, like, we had like parents teacher meeting last week and I was able to go up and just sit in Irish speaking. So it's
and you were taught that in school, obviously.
So I primary school and secondary school, right up to like A levels.
We never had that in from man on your own.
I think it was a fella from Enniskillen went to my school with Gareth, and he had to get like 2 buses every single day to school and leave at like 5:30 in the morning. He was allowed to come in late because of the buses, but he was only like 20 every day. Every day.
That's unbelievable.
And he done that for like, he left in 5th year, like, I think he went to secondary school down there and done like, and I just went to an English school but kept on Irish as a subject. But it just shows you, like, there's some people who are passionate about it.
But in like down our way, it's not a thing we had an option of.
Yeah.
I know anyway in my school, and I loved it. My grandmother spoke fluent Irish. She was from Falkyara in County Donegal.
Yeah.
And her and her sister would talk on the phone only in Irish.
See, that's
You'd have never known what they were saying, like. But from when I came to Belfast, it seems to be more of a thing where it's, you know, people want to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Because, like, sort of like in the west of Ireland, they all speak, there's all Gaeltachts right in the west of Ireland, right down to Dingle, as far as Dingle, right up to the tip of Donegal. It's all Gaeltachts the way down, do you know what I mean? So Irish language is just given there in them areas right through Ireland, like the Gaeltacht and Connemara and Donegal and Westport, the whole way down, it's all Gaeltachts, and they're just giving it. Here it's like people want to do it. They want to do it. It's not like they're just giving it.
The pride.
But it's like the pride in it, do you know what I mean? And like for me, I didn't appreciate it in school. I used to speak English any chance I got because it was like part of my personality was like, I just thought it was like funnier in English and it was just easier. But now that I've left school, and I didn't speak Irish for like 6 years when I left school, and I was sketchy, very sketchy. And then I'd done a TV show they done a TV show on me in Irish, and it just came back to me over time of just constantly doing that show and constantly talking, and then I was like, it just came back. Now I'm just fully fluent again.
And would it take you a wee second whenever it's coming back to you to remember what that means?
It did at the time, where I was like pausing. I was like, and then saying it. But then over the course of like, they filmed me for like two and a half years. It was a bit of a pause because of COVID. But over the course of 2.5 years, it just, by the end of it, was just flowing.
What TV show was that? TG4 was it?
It was Kid Dog. It's a show called Kid Dog. It's on BBC iPlayer. And it was a 2-series documentary just following my career up until I won a European title. And from a turn pro up until I won a European title. And it's just all in Irish. And it's class, you know what I mean? Because like in my area, Turf Floyd, we're going around there, and just my upbringing, I'm like the only one that sort of spoke Irish. And like now that I'm on the back end of it, everyone loves it. Everyone's like, I wish I had known Irish, I wish I had done Irish, I wish I had done Irish. And then I say to like my mates, send our kid in Irish school, so I don't know any Irish. And I'm like, sure, my man and dad don't know Irish. I'm the only one in my house that speaks Irish, and there's 5 of us. You know what I mean? So it's like.
But do you find that Belfast is now changing a lot as a city and accepting it?
Most of the city are accepting it. Obviously, like everyone, like people don't want it. Like for example, there was a big kick up about the street signs getting changed in Irish all over Belfast. The bus signs getting changed so they have both English and Irish. There's a big kick up from a certain part of Belfast that want to have it. It's only a language. Who cares? It's a native language. Fuck's sake, who cares? No one's asking you to change your language.
Yeah.
Or no one's asking you to say it. You just don't have to speak it. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's just a big kick up about it for no reason.
But that has to be down a certain.
It has. I think when they start to see it, it's like obviously it's already come in now. It's been passed and it's in City Hall. It's in all government buildings have to have like an Irish department, and near enough every government civil service building. Do you know what I mean? So it's passed. Now they've accepted that. They're not even kicking up fuss about it. They're just used to it, and it's like, nothing's changed for Emmons. You know what I mean? They don't need to ring up and ask for an Irish department. They just speak whatever they want. They speak English if they want. But I think it's just becoming more acceptant now because they've no choice. Because at the end of the day, there's no harm in it.
But like, I think Kneecap is just the perfect example of, you know, what you can do no matter where you're from in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because as I say, like, fuck me, the small minority of Ireland only speak Irish, but they're able to go away and become global. Like,
it's mad, like.
They're, you know what I mean? They're winning awards. They're winning awards left, right, and centre, like.
On some of the biggest TV shows in the world, like.
I know, it's insane. I went to watch their film, their premiere, in the Kennedy Centre. They had like a premiere, and we were invited to it because Dermot obviously works on TV and worked on the show, and we went to it, and I was just, the lads were fucking half cut. They had tins of beer in their
bottles of Buckfast.
They love it. They're fucking drinking Beamish like fuck. But I was so fuck, this class to see. It's unreal. It's like you say, it's just if you put your mind in it and you want to do it and you're enjoying it, do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And music is like that, you know, no matter what kind of music you're doing, you're not going to please everybody.
No.
And I know that firsthand.
Was that the girl? Was that lockdown? A girl kicked your bucket or something?
It was outside.
For singing Grace? Like Grace in like a Republican Irish song. It's just an Irish love song.
But you know the mad thing about that? I don't think I've ever talked about this to anybody. Her brother wrote to me from Thailand and was like, that's my sister that's done that and you. She's totally in the wrong way. She's doing that and you. And I was replying and I goes, don't be worrying about it. I goes, it's grand, it's forgotten about. And like, you know, he told me a bit of her background. I was like, what is actually going on there? Like, you know, that would make someone go out and do that. I
know, exactly. Like
her background is the same as her background.
Yeah. So there's no.
But it's just.
People are uneducated.
But come here. Whatever
but
happened.
Near enough, it benefited you. If anything, it benefited you more than anything.
Big
So, I mean,
time.
because I remember the support people like the amount of people I seen resharing that going like, what the fuck, and then he's a brilliant singer and I'll keep your head up and just showing support to you, like, not that it
was
would have going to
mad.
fucking really affect you anyway, like, but it
No,
was just
it was grand. And I come here, some people just, till this day, would still get on weird, like,
yeah, you'll get that everywhere you go anyway, like everywhere you go,
you know, and then
and in this country anyway, like you'll
recently what it uploading, and a friend of mine, I went in when a guy wrote a bit of hate to me, and I went in and I seen he was a mutual friend with another guy, and I contacted him and was like, this guy's mad in the head, and he goes, pass no remarks. That's and this is someone that's not on my side, you know,
yeah,
of the same religion as me, but is just one of my best mates.
Yeah.
And he's like, that guy's living in the Stone Age.
that's what happens.
You know,
People just-
move on.
I know. What's the harm? What is the harm? Even from like people
It's-
on the same side of the religion, yes. Dermot was singing Zombie in a bar. I was in the bar, and she didn't tell me until we left. I was sitting having the pint watching her, and we were leaving, and she said, "Oh fucking some fella in there says
This
something
is
about
mad.
Zombie."
This
I
is
says,
mad.
"What?" She says, "He fucking says me, fucking no, don't be singing Zombie in here."
I'm gonna blow your
I said, "It's
mind
like an
here.
anti-IRA
Alana-
song." I says,
Exactly the
"It's
same.
a what? It's an anti-war song. It's not
Alana-
an anti-IRA. It's not the
Exactly
war
the same.
in general." I mean, who was it? She's like, "We're not going back, and I'm not showing you who it was." And I was like, "See if you would have told me."
Do you
that
know
wasn't
this
there,
is
I'd have fucking
Garrity
slapped
is
her.
probably one of the same. This is probably the same person that
Pathetic.
said Lana.
Pathetic. And that's like someone who's from the same side of fucking fence as me. But I'm
Yeah.
like, grow up the fuck. You fucking loser. And stuff like that really fucking agitates me.
Something
and I'm
tells me
glad
it's- like,
she
that's
didn't
the
tell
same.
me.
Yeah.
She didn't tell me in the bar because she knew I had a fucking
People
kick-up
will
storm. People are
always
just
have a
stuck
problem.
in the fucking Stone Age, and people don't want to grow.
Yeah.
People don't want to fucking progress in life and progress for fucking for
But
the
like
future. Like.
Belfast, you know, there's a very small minority of that. You know,
I know, 100%.
because I've sang Grace up the Shankle, I've sang Grace on Sandy Row. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
You know, when the people love it, I sing it as a love song.
That's all it is, a love song. Fuck's sake.
If you're living in the Stone Age, you might take a different view on it, but you always think, what way is he singing it? What's the meaning behind him?
That's what it
And that's like, I don't sing it. I have no hate to nobody.
Yeah.
To nobody.
I know, that's what happens. Like we weren't really affected by anything. We just, you know what I mean? We actually have a better life because of fucking the way things are, and we hope to give kids behind us a better life and just keep progressing. But if we keep them back to that, it's never gonna fucking happen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But fucking, that's mad that like you're saying the same thing happened.
It's exactly, but something's telling me this may be the same person.
Probably is. Fuck's sake. I don't know. Like, I don't know who it was because she didn't show me. But fuck me, if she had.
But don't you always
fucking
think?
strangle him.
Don't you always worry? You know, what if someone did say something to my partner and I wasn't there,
I
or
know.
because like
How often does it happen that
Yeah.
when you're not there as well? You know what I mean, or just because it sort of upset her the rest of the gig.
oh well,
And then
that's
she was like, when
yeah,
they're picking around certain songs, she was like,
aye,
maybe I shouldn't sing it. And then we went, and she was like, maybe I shouldn't sing it up here. I was like, what? Sing whatever you're comfortable singing. I know, I mean,
It's
sing whatever you're
fucking-
comfortable singing. Like, it's just only in this place you would fucking, that would happen. Like,
but you just worry. And come here, I've sang every different place, like
yeah.
different religions. Everyone has their own stuff, doesn't that they like, you know, and it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
You know, I just try and keep everyone happy. And
You're an entertainer. That's all you are to do. Entertain people, keep people happy, sing and fucking and.
but it's
You're doing are you doing a thing? I seen you like a truck, a stage truck. Did I see you doing?
I've bought a
What's the plans for that? That's a good idea. You
so
know,
my
like,
brother took a Suzuki Carry out of Japan. It's a 600cc engine.
brilliant.
It's got a flatbed on the back of it, trailer. You know, so the back of it is like, it's for carrying like small goods. You know,
Yeah.
and like a wee builder in Japan or someone would use it, or someone that owns a wee shop. And Eamon took it over, and I bought it off him and was like, I'm gonna start doing weddings on the back of that, put some flowers around the side of it, and then sit in the back of it. It looks amazing, like it is class. And it's as immaculate as it looks in the photos.
Yeah. So it's something unique, isn't it?
It's something different because people were always like, oh, just set up over there in the corner or do that or, you know.
And there's leads everywhere and fucking...
And I'm like, I just want something a wee bit special because special day, a wedding, you like to try and make a bit of an effort regardless. It'll not be every wedding I'll be able to do it at.
Yeah.
But in the summertime, you know, when you're playing the courtyard or you're playing the Alexa Lock Air and Golf Resort where they've got that outdoor drinks reception area.
Yeah.
It works there, you know. It'll work there, you know.
No, that's a great idea. Like,
but you're always trying to think of what can I do differently. What can I bring something a bit more special and constantly learning new music as well. You know, because Big Comet is always singing the same songs. That's me singing maybe the same 15 songs, you know, in the city centre because people really request them songs and want them songs. And then I'm constantly learning to try and
you have to go with a fire's hat, like, don't you? Like,
exactly.
What's the point of me walking through a city centre listening to you sing a song that I've never heard or no one else has heard?
A big one at the minute is that Come My Little Son. So we've started doing it the past couple of weeks and people are just
fucking
unreal. Luke Kelly.
Loving it. Luke Kelly, it's great, like, great fucking...
But the scene, like, even in Dublin's, like, it's unreal. I could go down there any time and busk down there and it's...
The atmosphere. Down and even up like Grafton Street.
Yeah.
A Temple Bar.
And you know, that's a street I'll never, you know, I do outside the GPO.
Yeah.
Because the footfall, it seems to work better for me outside that Primark, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
It works for me down there. But, like, for me, Belfast is always going to be... And it's home, like, you know. I know.
You've bought a house in Belfast, haven't you?
I have a place out in the west.
Is that because... obviously, when did you move to Belfast? When did you always...
I'm about 6 years in Belfast now.
Is that just purely because of gigging? Because all your gigs were in the city centre almost, like, of Belfast, like around...
No, I never gigged in Belfast until I started busking.
Serious?
I was up for a concert, and I'll tell you how I started busking. I was up for a concert in Belfast, and they were doing 2 nights in a row. And I had a couple of days off work, and I went to the first show. I had an unbelievable experience at the gig. I just loved watching this band. Said the next night they were playing, and I went on to book the ticket to watch them 2 nights in a row. And while I was killing time in the city centre, I went to Matchett's to look at guitars. While I was in Matchett's, I bought the speaker for the busking. Realised I had no microphone, so I bought a microphone, and I went up, and...
That was it.
That was the start of it.
That was all she wrote.
No, I'm not joking you. I knew at that point that I was going to be able to give up. I was driving a taxi 5 days a week. I was like, I know I'm able to make a living with this now. And that's no joke. Like that was it.
Unreal.
And that was life-changing. I mean life-changing.
Yeah.
That happened. It was September.
Now he's not flying about in a taxi.
I tell you. That was September, and by the time Christmas was over, I was able to travel wherever I wanted.
Unreal.
And I was only back. I'd done a travel from New York to Los Angeles. We had a minivan. We'd done a bit of travelling. And I'd seen a lot of busking while I was doing that. Like every major city, I went to watch the buskers, and I'd never busked in my life. And I was just in the city in Belfast, and I was like, fuck, I wonder what busking work in Belfast. Went in and bought the stuff. And
it takes a lot of balls to do that too, like.
I always remembered, I fucking went, I bought this big yellow bucket, the same bucket I still have. And I went into Revolution to Cuba and counted the coins, and I was like, this is fucking mental.
Powerful.
Powerful. Like, just that was it.
This time of year, like, is fucking...
This is the daddy now.
This is the fucking... Yeah. Because obviously, I would walk through sometimes, go, it's freezing, fucking people playing guitars. I would like, how the fuck are they playing that guitar? Like, I'm freezing and I'm only out of fucking the shop. Like, I haven't even standing outside for that long. And,
well, that's what put me off playing guitar in the street. Like, I play guitar all my gigs. But
yeah, but not in the street.
Mainly
fingers
the CDs out and hold the CDs and wave them about and see what the crack is. But no, there's something nice. There's something really nice. And the opportunities just came from it. You know, the people I've met. Codeline coming down doing the Stephen Nolan show with me. Like that's all be chance. Like
Unreal, but I know.
that's all purely be chance. You know, and that was in around the same time they started the Busking, and I know Grace was the first song that went viral online, and this was only a couple of days after it started. It was like viral and like all over the world. People writing to me that had seen it, and then Codeline seen the video that someone uploaded. It got like 1 million views.
Fucking powerful, unreal.
And I knew from that, it was like,
and
no,
then
just
the
I want to
exposure you get
focus.
for other bars, they can start your gigging, and then you can go between the gigging and the
Big time. Marty Wilson came to me a week after I had started Busking, and was like, we're opening a new place called Rusty Saddle. Rusty Saddle had only got a big refurb.
Used to be the Washington, didn't
And in
it?
Washington, and he was like, will you be a resident there every week? And to this day, I'm still there every Friday. I've never let them down.
Powerful, unreal.
Like when I start somewhere, unless they say that's you done, I'd
You're
always
already
be there.
Loyal,
And
like you say, you're loyal to where you.
yeah, and
you go.
I used to. That was back when I wasn't playing guitar. I had Jonathan Guitars with me, and Marty actually found Jonathan Guitars for me to do gigs, and then we went on the gig all over the place. Me and him, we were gigging every night of the week, like
Powerful.
three and four. There was days that we done 4 gigs in a day, like.
Fuck me.
And we were all over the place, and he done the Nolan show with me, the Stephen Nolan show, whenever the Codeline came down.
Yeah.
And just a lot of good things happened at the right time to make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things fitted in and worked out.
When you look back now, it's probably meant to be. You know what I mean? It's like
It's meant to be,
all
aye.
meant to be. Like
And it's great, like it is great. Come here. It's I miss Enniskillen, like I do miss home, you know.
Yeah.
I'm from a village just outside Enniskillen called Trillick, and it's hard, you know, whenever I go back down there I miss my wee son's down there too, so we'll go down and see him every week, and it's tough, like, you know, but
I know, but sure,
it's all for a better life,
It's
you know.
exactly it. It's a wee bit of sacrifice, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
sacrifice to do it. Would you ever encourage him to sing?
Big time.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want for him.
Yeah, 100%. It's usually inherited, I believe. Like a good voice is inherited, a good like style of music is inherited from what
I
he's.
just want him to have the success.
Yeah.
You know, I want even more for him all the time.
Well, you've near enough built a platform for him to start on, because he's your son, and people you've a big profile. You've got a lot of gigs already, so obviously if you can teach him a few instruments and stuff growing up, and
but he's like every other young cub just wants to
run wild.
Yeah, and wants like iPads and mobile phones and I suppose growing up I didn't really want the music thing, but my father pushed me for it a lot, like, you know,
and you'd be glad of it at the time. You're like, he's fucking doing my head.
Oh, do you know what? I look back now and there's no joke, Sean. I think to myself, what would I have in life if I had music?
I know.
That is
What,
deadly
like,
serious.
Like, what would I be doing?
There's nights I sit and think to myself, how could I sit down, my son Branson, and explain to him how good his life can be, the places it can bring him, the people that he can make happy. It's that, and that's most important to me. Is making people happy, seeing the smile on people's faces,
enjoying themselves, dancing,
people
singing, fucking.
A woman stood behind me yesterday and was singing Willie McBride in the town, the Greenfields of France.
Powerful.
She was roaring and crying.
That's insane, because
every
song means something.
Yeah, and she was an English woman, and she says, "I served," and come here. We are not here to judge anybody or anyone that has. If they're relating to that song, I don't care who they are or what they are, and they're enjoying it and they're emotional. That's my purpose, and that's
you're serving.
Yeah,
you're artist,
and that's, you know, and it's the feeling of making people happy and making, you know. Yeah. Someone might need that song.
100%. Probably change someone's day. Someone will be having a shitty day, walk through, listen to you, and then go, fuck it.
And that's all. That's what I want. I want that for him, like, you know.
Marvel.
And I suppose, you know, Belfast has been very, very good to me, like, and the people, I really connected with the people, like, no matter who they were, what, you know, there's something special about, and I get so emotional even watching videos of Belfast.
Yeah.
You know, I watched the thing the other night about the two Johnnies done a show in Dublin. Did you watch any of it? Marty Morrissey is like a GA commentator.
Yeah, I know he's Marty Morrissey.
He got up and done a monologue at the start about people all over the world from Ireland. I'm going to send it to you when this is over.
Do.
Fucking I was crying watching
Serious?
it.
Fucking unreal.
No matter where you're watching from in the world, this is Christmas time and we here in Ireland are thinking of you. And I was like, fuck.
Crying your eyes out.
I was thinking
Fucking
this
that's
is...
not a hangover. I mean, no. Blowing bubbles out of my nose.
This is mad.
Crying my laughs out, folks.
But like, I'd be so proud of Ireland, like, I'm so proud of Belfast. And if I'm away somewhere, and where were we? Me and Alana was somewhere recently, and we were in Florida, and a woman was like, "Oh, we went to Ireland recently," and Alana was like, "Brian, did you come and visit our city, Belfast?" And she was like, "No, our friend told us there's not much to do there."
Fuck's sake.
I was earwig and I wasn't even in the conversation. I goes, "Well, your friend is full of fucking shit." I was so annoyed.
Yeah.
And Alana was annoyed too. We were like, our city is as good as anywhere else in Europe.
In the world, because it's so close. You have everything in so close proximity.
And I was like, I was so annoyed because I was like, you came to Ireland, they can come to Belfast. It should be top of your...
only a first place to go to, like Belfast, Dublin.
And then she was like, "Oh, well, I'm definitely coming back and I'm going to go." But come here. I just, no matter where I go, I always canvas that
it's how good it is. Like.
And I know it's not where I'm from, but it feels now like
it's home.
It's home. It's home.
You're Belfast adopted son.
Exactly.
You've always got on a skill in there, like, but you're Belfast adopted son.
Come here, and it's the people, and like even the actors we were chatting earlier about blue lights and stuff.
Unreal. We're just raising
Marty
the bar
McComb
in every area because obviously all the troubles have stopped, all the shit stopped. People are starting to grow. People are starting to be more open-minded. Like you say, in every industry, like the comedy scene is booming, boxing is booming, music is booming. Yeah. Actors are now sat in the bars just getting set. And that's starting to see footballers doing better, like.
Exactly.
The lads are doing, like, everything's just, the bar's just raising.
And
constantly.
Exactly as you said, like, I met Marty McComb recently, as I was telling you, and that was what he was saying. Like, he says, every day we're trying to set the bar higher and higher as, you know, as actors.
Of course.
You know, and there's some of the best, like, Derry Girls and all.
Unreal. Now we're starting to get TV time. We never really had TV time at the time. Like had Kieran Nolan on last week and he was saying about Paul Moose. Paul Moose was unbelievable. And like imagine like redoing that again now with better, like having better, like more money pumped into it, more funding to make it happen. And
do you know I was in B&M down with the Kennedy Centre the other day and I seen him and I was fucking mind blown. I kind of wanted to chat to him.
Yeah.
But he was doing a shop and stuff and I was like, I fucking want to chat to him. And like so interesting. Like,
he's
do you remember Man About Dog? Like,
I'm Man About Dog. He was brilliant in that as well. Fucking funny as like.
I remember years ago trying to download that show because I couldn't get it.
That's right.
I couldn't find it online.
But that's what I mean. Like back then, you made got one film. And it was like, whoa, we've got a film. Like there's a film made in West Belfast and it's been around. It's going around Ireland and. There's a film made about here, we couldn't believe it. And now they're starting to do like blue lights, like these shows are going on, like are starting to go on to do mass things. Like we've singers like Kneecap who are making films and they're going on to do you know what I mean? Look at the awards they're winning, look at the awards they're picking up. And
we were in Florida.
And they're not even actors.
We were in Florida and we seen what's that one? Well, Blue Lights, and there was another one that was recorded up in Donaghadee. Like you're like that's
I know.
That's people that we know.
Yeah, exactly. That's just like
there,
and it's just a wee small.
And you're away on a different side of the world. That's so the main blowing thing.
If you're watching other people on the other side, of the world are watching it as well. I mean, that's unreal. Just before we finish up, do you want to specify where you gig or want to bring anyone down to watch?
We're just doing a lot of just keep an eye on the social media.
Yeah,
I'm just so grateful, and I know. Christmas time and the New Year, I want to thank like everyone that supported me. The battle is over. Christmas is over for another year, I think, by the time this goes out. Everyone has passed me in the town. everyone that's bought an album, all the bars that have supported me. There's especially like, you know, the ones in Belfast, you know, because there's so much competition, there's so much choice.
Yeah.
As far as musicians go, and I don't do loads of gigs in bars and stuff, but anyone that does book me, I really do appreciate it, and it's just good to be here. It's good to be on podcasts with people like yourself, and just
It's brilliant having you on. Like, it's good to hear. It's brilliant. It's interesting to me as well. But
I'm just looking forward to seeing how you progress and grow over the next couple of years. I know you've got a busy schedule ahead of you with the podcast, and then
boxing. I've got
a
a
fight coming up.
I'm never in. Fuck's sake.
I know.
Can't catch a break for fuck's sake. But no,
goes.
thanks for coming on. Thanks.
And have a good new year to everyone. Look after each other and
look after your own.
exactly.
Look after your own.
Exactly.
Happy days. Thanks for coming on.